President Trump is invoking a state secret privilege and refusing to provide any additional information to the D.C. District Court judge. Meanwhile, a three-member appeals court heard arguments Monday in a high-profile case. National security correspondent Caitlin Burke has the latest.
Citing the Alien Enemies Act, an 18th century wartime law, the Trump administration recently deported hundreds of alleged Venezuelan gang members to El Salvador. As the planes made the trip, a federal judge ruled against the move. Still, the administration continued on with deportations, setting up this latest showdown.
What was done by the Trump administration was exactly in accordance with federal law, again, enacted by Congress and signed by the president. We're not making this up. We're enforcing laws around the books.
Judge James Boasberg ruled the Venezuelans deserved a court hearing before their deportations to determine whether they belong to the violent Tren de Aragua gang. He's warned the Trump administration of consequences if evidence shows officials deliberately disobeyed his order. Trump and certain cabinet members now ramping up attacks, calling for Judge Boasberg to be impeached or disbarred.
This is an out-of-control judge, a federal judge trying to control our entire foreign policy, and he cannot do it.
The Trump administration wants Boasberg's order reversed. The three appellate judges seem divided after Monday's hearing, with one appearing open to the administration's argument, another remaining silent, and a third says alleged Nazis in the U.S. during World War II were treated better than the Venezuelan immigrants.
People weren't given notice. They weren't told where they were going. Those people on those planes on that Saturday had no opportunity to file habeas or any type of action to challenge the removal.
They say a judgment will be issued in the coming days, but Bondi believes the Supreme Court will likely get the case.
The Alien Enemies Act applies today really more than ever. You know, old law is often the best law if you think about how the laws that have been on the books for a very long time. We are in modern day warfare. They have invaded our country, TDA, Tren de Agua. They are organized. They have a command structure. They are sending money to each other throughout the country and out of the country back to support their terrorist actions.
The Trump administration plans to continue arresting people as this plays out in court. And DHS Secretary Kristi Noem is scheduled to visit Central America this week, including the El Salvador prison housing those Venezuelan migrants.
We're going to keep targeting the worst of the worst, which we've been doing since day one, and deporting from the United States to the various laws on the book.
President Trump also announced a 25% tariff on any country that purchases oil and/or gas from Venezuela and then pursues trade with the United States. Writing on Truth Social, the president says this is in response to Venezuela purposefully sending Tren de Aragua gang members to the U.S. Caitlin Burke, CBN News, Washington.